Hello, welcome to Sunny's Yoga. I'm Sunny. Today we're going to do an amazing yin sequence. We're going to start by claiming our breaths and going inward. We're going to line up our dristis. So come with me. We're in a seated position. I always have the yoga blocks, so I will keep them and help guide through modifications. But as we begin, just let your palms gently be placed on top of your knees. We're sitting upright. Shrug your shoulders up. Gently let them down. Relax and breathe in and out your nose. Let your chest fill up. And on the exhale, let everything slowly come out. On our last exhale, please join me in Tandasana, mountain pose. I'm gonna stand facing towards you. I'm gonna put my yogi toes up, gently put them down. I'm gonna raise my arms up and let them fall open beside me, facing the front. Shoulders gently rolled back and breathe. Last breath. Keep your dristi going, which is looking just past the tip of your nose. Allow yourself to step out, hip distance, toes facing the front. Moving into Urdhva Hastonasana, palm tree. As your arms begin to go up, ensure your shoulders stay down. Bending your knees. Come straight up for me. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. I'm not hunching. I'm making sure I'm upright. My tailbone is tucked. And I'm going to keep reaching my arms towards the ceiling. In and out your nose. Let your panorama come in and out your nose, your breath. I'm looking just down past my dristi. That doesn't change. Towards the front for Parsava Udra Hastonasana. Let your hands go gently beside you. As they flow beside you, bring your feet back together. Raise your arms up. Let them connect at the top. We're going to start to tilt our body over to the right. Keep your palms together and breathe. Allow yourself to continue to roll open in your shoulders. Your bottom half is anchored. Keep breathing in and out your nose. Focus on your dristi. Get ready to bring yourself back up to center. Let your arms come down beside you. Feet come out more than hip distance. Farther out, more intense. Further in, less intense. Legs come out to 45 degrees. We're going to move into Utthita Konasana, which is goddess. Allow your hips to slowly go straight down. Knees are going to want to come in. Need you to make sure they go out, not in, out. Tailbone tucked, going down. Bring your arms up into cactus. Breathe, breathe. And out your nose, look down past your dristi. Shoulders gently down. The further down, the more intense. Little higher, less intense, but keep your knees going open. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Please come up straight. Dig your heels in. Come up straight. And let your hands come up. Utthita Tandasana. Stay with me. Extend your arms to either side of the room. Make sure you got your yoga toes going. Your feet are gonna wanna roll in. Please keep them towards the middle or out. Out is more intense. 2 more breaths for me. Allow your left foot to face the front. Bring your right foot in 90 degrees. You can have a slight bend in your knee, no problem. Start to tilt your hip, right hip out towards the right. And as you do that, bring your left arm down and your right arm straight up. Just straight up, reach for the ceiling. Hips open and breathe. If you need to bring the ground to you, I'll block. Keep yourself going open. Don't let yourself fall forward. Keep going. Parsaritanasana. So I'm going to move my block. Keep your legs as they are. I'm going to come up. I'm gonna bring my hands behind me and try to grab my elbows. If you can't grab your elbows, please just grab your forearms. Take a deep breath. Your back leg stays as is, so keep trying to roll your ankle. Make sure it's not rolling in. It's staying rolled out. Feet are nice and light in the front. We're gonna turn ourselves going towards the front of the mat, towards the left, and slowly bend your upper body going down towards your left foot. Let yourself roll down and breathe. If this is not something that is accessible, take a block on each side at whatever height suits you. And you're able to get almost in the same exact asana. I'm gonna move the blocks. Let me make sure I can get back into the asana correctly. 2 more breaths. With your last exhale, start to bring yourself up, nice and slow. Nice. Time to move into Anjali Asana, which is crescent lunge. Let your arms go slowly. Spin your back heel up. We're now facing the front of our mat. Go ahead and start to come down on your back knee. If you need to roll up the mat for extra comfort, please do. Swing your hands up and let your hips drop. It is okay if your knee goes past your foot, back, foot flat, and continue to let your hips drop. Try to make sure they stay even as they're sinking into the asana. If you need to do like I have done, you grab a hold of both sides of your hips and help drop them down. Then you can raise your arms back up. Deep breaths in and out your nose. You can do a little back bend here, upper back involved, not the lower back. You can look up. This is more intense. Less intense would be looking straight, interlacing your hands, and again, allowing your hips to drop. 2 more breaths here. Bring your hands down on either side. Moving into Skandasana. Go ahead and come up off of your back knee. Swing your foot around, come around, and begin to drop your bottom down on the right. Flex your left foot going back towards you. You can stay propped up. My foot still doesn't fully come down. This is a more advanced asana that I have not mastered. Some of the asanas are really about figuring out how your body works and the connection you have with your body to flow in and out of the asanas. 2 more breaths. I will say that allowing myself to trust my hips to continue to drop and allow my lower back to drop by tucking my pelvis in has allowed me to gain more access to this asana. Last breath, in and out. Good, because guess what? Bring your left toes facing the front. Bring your bottom up some. We're moving right into Malasana, yogi squat. Drop your hips straight down, face the front. You want to go a little bit higher on your knees, please do. This allows the yin and yang. Your knees are going to start to come inward towards your elbows, but your elbows are going to give some guidance back to your hips to open up just a little wider. This is great if you've been sitting all day. Keep breathing, and as you breathe, let your hips drop. Last breath. Hands down. Let your right foot come out because we're going right into Sandasana on the other side. Flex your foot going back towards your face. I'm going to change my direction here. This is better. Please feel free to do the same. Flexing my foot towards my face. This is a modification because really you want to get to the part where you can face fully front. I'm not exactly there. So with that, I'm to the side, but I keep getting better the more I keep going at it. Couple more breaths here. You got it. This time, we're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves around, come up, straddle just a little bit, take a deep forward bend, little bend in your knees, relax your head down, just let it drop. Feel nice opening across your shoulders and your neck. Let's go ahead and walk ourselves over to the back side of the mat. Allow your back knee to come down, your left foot comes down, moving into Anjali Asana. Crescent lunge. Continue to allow your hips to drop open. Remember, one side is always tighter than the other. Keep going. Your leg may try to start coming inward. Please make sure you gently guide it back to be aligned with your hip. Again, if you need modification, interlace your hands and put them on top of your knee as long as you continue to let your hips drop. Deeper would be looking up and giving yourself a nice back bend. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Bring your hands down to either side of your foot. Knee comes up. Allow your left foot to face the front at 90 degrees, and your right foot will face the back side of the mat. Right foot facing towards the back of the mat. Let yourself come up. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Try to make sure your foot is rolling towards the outside pinky edge of your foot. If not, keep your foot flat, but don't let it roll in. switch directions of how you're holding your forearms. If you're not holding your forearms and using blocks, you can do that. In the meantime, we turn to face our right foot, upper body going towards your right, and start to bring yourself down and over. Someone steady can win the race. Keep breathing. Look down. Look just past your drishti. Keep breathing. Start to bring yourself up. Let go of your hands. We're going to go into Trikonasana, triangle pose. If your shoulders have come up, bring them gently back down. Arms are together. Hip starts to go out towards the left. You're going to start to bring your hand down, right hand down, and left hand goes up towards the ceiling. Now, modification would be a block like we did on the other side, or you reach down as far as you can reach down. If you can get your peace fingers around your toe, that's advanced. That's the more intense. For me, this is about as intense as we get today. Every day, your body will feel different. Treat it lovingly regardless. And we're getting ready to come up. Use your core, bring yourself up. Both feet face the front. Utthita Tandasana, 5-pointed star. I'm happy I got the name, I got the name. In and out, arms are strong. Have them going down, palms down, have them strong. Inhale, exhale. Looking past your drishti. Utthita Konasana, goddess. Have your left foot out 45 degrees, right foot out 45 degrees. Start to bend your knees, but let your hips drop straight down. Arms come up into goalpost. Tuck your pelvis and breathe. Your knees are going to want to come inward, help keep them outward. Modifications, your hands can go on your upper thighs, down by your knees, just above your knee joint. 2 more breaths. Hands come down. Let's walk our feet in. Bring your arms up above your head. Let your hands touch. And this time, we're gonna go towards the left. When we started this series, you didn't know we just went in a circle almost. When we started this, we started on the other side. Now we're to the left. Yay. Inhales and exhales. Gently bring yourself standing straight up. Hands float beside you. Ujjayi Hastanasana, palm tree. Bring your hands together, interlace, bring them out, and come straight up. And reach your arms towards the sky and breathe in and out your nose. We're almost there. Your knees can have a bend. You can raise your yogi toes up and put them down. Shoulders up and put them down. Last breath. Slowly let your hands go. Float down beside you ever so slowly. And meet me in Tandasana, mountain pose. Feet come together. Roll your shoulders open and down.
We'll be here for a few breaths. Let yourself breathe in, deep inhales, and sigh out the mouth. Just sigh with your whole body. Breathe in, fill up, and sigh. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. One more sip. And sigh everything out. Join me for a seat on the mat.
Thank you for coming to Sunny's Yoga today. I hope you enjoyed that sequence. I love that flow, and I hope you come back and try it more and more and more. It's always a yoga practice and never yoga perfect. Namaste.